Rest in peace to Big Grandma, Janie Armstrong. All praises to the Most High. I wake up just to get fly. Italian suits with the neckties. Leather troops were the best ride. Miss Lutcher, thank you for your time. In the city, kid, just need a drive.
Yo, man, we back. Episode 3. We in the Kitchen presents the recipe.
Episode 4.
Oh, we on 4. Damn, man, we moving, man. Damn. You see this, man? Thank you, Knox. We starting off already. You know what I mean? We here. You feel me? Episode 4. You dig? We in the Kitchen, the recipe. I'm here with my co-host, Obnoxious Knox. Keishana K.
I'm your girl.
Hey, you know what I mean? Where we gonna bring you raw conversation of life, success, motivation. What's your secret ingredients? What's your main ingredients to what you do, to what you are doing as far as your livelihood, your business modules, everything, you know? So that's the recipe. The people want to know. So we're here to tell you. And we got a special guest with us. This guest wrote books for children, actually is an entertainer, Taffy the Clown, as well as, you know, she got all this while doing a 9-to-5 as well, too. We'd like to introduce you to Shamora Renee. Hey, give it up, y'all. Give it up, y'all.
Welcome to the recipe.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
You know. How was y'all day today? Let's start off like that.
It was a long day, but it was good. Got my workout in. I did it outside today, so I ran a mile or two.
Yeah. Man, I had off today. I was chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I caught up on some shows, House of Dragons.
Oh,
Do y'all watch that?
I haven't watched that in a minute.
House of Dragons?
I haven't watched that in a minute.
Oh man, that's a joint right there. Watching.
I did some chores.
Chores.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
How
that's
about
good.
your day?
My day was wonderful. I thought I was going to have to do FIFA as the World Cup. As you know, they're in town.
Right.
Yeah.
As a backup for one of my fellow colleagues in the
Mhm.
industry, but I did not have to do that.
Okay.
I worked my day job this morning, and it happens to be my favorite weather. I love the rain.
Rain.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you can't hear, it's coming down right now,
Yeah, it's
y'all.
coming down.
It's coming down.
I mean, it's okay as long as I'm not caught in it.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't like to be wet with dry clothes on, rather have a bathing suit or something.
But hey, so let's lead into it because you just spoke briefly about it. So you are an entertainer.
I am.
You go as Taffy the Clown.
Yes.
You've done events for Sixers, Eagles, and you just mentioned FIFA, like
Chick-fil-A.
and Chick-fil-A as well.
Chick-fil-A. Yes, every Tuesday. Tomorrow will be Taffy Tuesday.
Oh, get out of here! So is there a specific location that you go to?
Yes, I am in King of Prussia,
Okay.
West DeKalb Pike, every Tuesday from
Okay.
5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's family friendly, free balloons and face painting.
Oh, that's love right
How
there.
did you get that started?
Oh wow. You know, interesting enough, I filled in. Well, as far as entertainment, if it's clowning, if it's balloons, face painting, we're pretty much a small community.
Mhm.
At least all the good people know
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other. So I filled in for a friend, and the owners loved me so much.
Okay.
They asked for me to kind of come in, and of course I cleared it with my friend.
Right.
Mhm.
And I've been doing it since, I want to say 2017.
Oh,
Get
wow.
out of here.
I've been
Okay.
doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That particular store.
Yeah.
There's
that's
others that I do from time to time,
Right.
but that
Mhm.
one,
Dope.
yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
What gotten you into doing being an entertainer as Taffy the Clown? How did that start?
How did that character
Okay,
come
I'll tell
about?
I'll tell the story briefly, but it's important because I know what your show is about.
Mhm.
So it's important that I tell it because maybe this message will help someone else.
Right.
Mhm.
So I've always had a knack for words, entertainment. I know you guys are all in the business, so
Yeah.
you know. So I always love to entertain people and make them smile.
Okay.
So, and my family knows that about me.
Mhm.
My sister decided to give my niece a party
Okay.
for her second birthday. Now, she didn't want to pay for a clown and an Elmo as she did see someone else do. She decided she was going to rent a costume, have my nephew get in the costume,
Mhm.
have me dress up and pretend to be a clown.
Okay.
So she kept asking me. It was a birthday celebration, and you know, you have libations,
Right. Yeah.
celebrations. So the more and more that I got happy, she kept asking. One thing about me, I'm of my word. If I tell you I'm going to do something,
you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Gotcha.
So she asked me, I said, I'll pretend to be a clown. When she went to the store to pick up the costume, the guy tried to upsell her a clown. And she said, no, my sister is a clown. That's what he said, she said.
Okay.
She told me, because we're actually having a conversation, she told me that she told him I was going to pretend to be a clown. Okay. Now, I would pray every night, because at the time, we're talking back, this was 2011, 2010, back when this all happened. It was 2011. So I would pray, because back in 2006, I got caught in one of those subprime mortgages. So I was upside down in my mortgage, facing foreclosure. I would pray every night, Lord, I need to make a lot of money in a little bit of time. So fast forward this conversation, my sister's like, yo, I went and paid for the Elmo rental. The guy's like, ask your sister if she want to make a lot of money. I was like,
why not?
I was like, what? So I tell this story. Fast forward now, I've been in the business for 15 years? Okay. That fast forward, that same house that was facing foreclosure paid off. I paid off my student loans. And I'm living a debt-free life.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I tell this story, and I tell it to anybody that listen, that every time someone asks you to do stuff, it's not always a bad idea to just kind of go. I'm not saying go rob a bank or anything. Right. But sometimes, you know, exactly. Like for me, if someone goes to start telling me something I know, you know, a lot of people, I already know that. Right. And I didn't even get the thought. I think it's very important to kind of listen. If it's something you already know, if it's something that feels so strange, like think about it, a clown. But I'll tell you another story related to that. Okay, so I agreed to be a clown. So now I got to figure out what a clown is, what a clown does. I knew Homie the Clown. And right. Okay. So Ronald McDonald. So it's kind of like I got to figure out what it is I'm going to do. I remember, and I have these vivid moments of like different things and events that happens in my life where I go, wow, I remember remembering this and not sure why I actually etched this memory in my brain. But going back to high school, I remember coming home, Oprah Winfrey's show was on, and Oprah said, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And I was like, everybody I know working, they hate their job. But fast forward to now, I told my sister I'm going to be this clown. So now I got to figure out what a clown does. It's like 6:30 at night, came home from the job, and I got on the computer because I got to figure out what am I going to do, what my act is going to be, who am I going to be as a clown, what I'm going to do. I woke up, it was like 4:30, but not woke up. I got up, it was like 4:30 in the morning. And I just remembered that Oprah voice, when you do what you love. And I'm like, I don't know where this is going to lead, but this is
the
like,
epiphany right there.
This is really interesting. And that's how I knew that clowning was going to be something. So
what videos did you look at? Like, how did you study? Like, how did it come about? Like,
it just came back.
Didn't. So the guy, I did go up, the thing, he wanted me to come meet him. So I go in the store and he's like, I can tell already you have the personality. He said, I'm going to put you on ride-alongs with other clowns. Okay. We'll do that he said, I'll give you 12 weeks. We're going to put you on ride-alongs on the weekends so you can go and get a feel for what the clown is going to do. His formula was a magic show, face painting, and balloons. So he was serving 90-minute parties, usually partnered with a character. Okay. So 3 weeks, he was like, oh, you're ready. So I developed my own clown personality. As you know, I did that for my niece's party, which was happening even before I started going on the ride-alongs. So I developed my own name. He taught me like 3 magic tricks and a few balloon designs. None of the designs that I do, because my cousin, she said my sword looked like the anatomy of a man, let's say. So work on the sword. I think that's why I'm so disciplined and I don't know if we can get this in the shot, but
No,
I
you
actually
can. Yeah,
made these
look
for
that
you, the balloons. That's why I'm so
And
disciplined.
then like the rolls is so detailed. That's what I was looking at earlier. Like
yes, yes.
Got the dog on the
right
joint
here.
and everything. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm so disciplined
Oh,
in
you got a booker.
what I do, because it's like, you know, you're laughing at my designs. I'm gonna make something so thorough.
Uh-huh.
You're not even gonna be able to make a joke.
Right,
now,
right,
now
right.
what is this?
Yeah.
What this look like? Right. Oh, I thought so.
You
So
said you on that right now.
yeah, and you never stop learning.
Right.
One of the good things and the blessings about how far I've come in
Mhm.
the different, I clown maybe twice a year, once a year, as far as putting on all the makeup.
Okay.
So I'm usually myself when I go. I do a lot of corporate.
Okay.
You know, free libraries, you name it. I've probably been there. As you mentioned, the Sixers, the Eagles organization. So
Right.
by us being a small knit community, good entertainers will call on you.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised, even different segments like recreation, parks and recreations, the different divisions of Philadelphia that even calls me. And, you know, it's a blessing that I get to employ my friends by subcontracting them out. And it's nothing more rewarding than working with them and watching them do their thing and vice versa. Because we say, you mean to tell me I know how to make a volleyball and I didn't even think I knew?
Right. Yo,
and it's awesome.
you want to know something? Because you mentioned something too as well, far as, you know, a lot of people listen to respond and not listen to understand, you know, and I think that's very important for everyone and even the listeners right there, because you got to be able, don't never turn down any knowledge that, although you may think you already know, I think you still want to have the opportunity for them to deliver that message to you, and you take it for what it's worth anyway.
And sometimes there's nothing wrong with a little refresher, even if you do know, and then you can have like another part of that seed blossom, you know, from that first point of the knowledge.
No,
so, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Number one, save earlier in life.
Who knows that?
Yes, save earlier in life. I've been fortunate in this here industry, and it's funny because even now I'll go to different events and I can see people like, oh, that little face paint, that's cute. You know,
I'm killing it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like this little thing that I'm doing on a part-time basis, I'm pretty sure I make more on a part-time basis than you make with your salary, but I digress. But I would tell myself to save earlier. And it's funny because I often try to serve as a mentor to people, the younger people. And you know how it is, especially in your 20s, you just want to party and have a good time and do things. And I can see the same, like I said, those memories that are etched in my mind, I can see them responding how I would have responded. And I make it a point to say, I understand, I've been there. I know exactly where you are, but I still think it's important. This is why I understand, but this is why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Save. We, especially in this day and age, we don't know what's coming. You know, it wasn't until a few years ago that I found out that Social Security wasn't guaranteed. I've always heard my family members talk about, because when I retire, I'm gonna have my Social Security.
Yeah, it's not. They've been talking about that for quite some time now too, about Social Security. So you're gonna have to look into other investments, not just banking on your Social Security. Look into 401ks, IRAs. You know, even the will, you might want to change that to a trust fund now. You know what I mean? And make sure, because, between the will and the trust fund, your family don't got to pay any taxes or nothing like that, so you might want to look into that as well too. But, it's saving is definitely important. My grandfather used to say, you save for a rainy day. And he was like, well, shit, it's raining now. So he ain't want to save no money. He want to spend it all, you know what I mean? But he was also an entrepreneur too. He had his own business, you know what I mean? He did painting, he's painting contractor, and he did a lot of big jobs and stuff like that too. But his thing was like, no, I'm spending. His thing was like, I'm not taking it with me, so I'm going to go ahead and spend it.
He like, F you kids.
It's very interesting that you say that because, all right, my top three, like financial advice or goals that I say is, number one, you should always make more than you spend.
Yeah.
You know, theoretically speaking, if you're always making more than you spend, you should never really be in a financial burden.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that it wouldn't happen, but that's the one thing to start.
Right.
Because they say that over 70% of Americans don't even have $1,000 for an emergency saved in the bank.
Yeah.
Right? So you make more than you spend, you save on a regular basis, and you understand your money mindset because your grandfather's not wrong.
Right.
You know, and certain things is no right or wrong. It's necessarily, what are you trying to do? And he said, I ain't thinking about these kids. My rainy day is now. Right. He made good money, I'm sure, as a painter.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And he wanted to spend that money.
Yeah, yes.
He worked hard.
But that was his goal.
Yes,
That's what he did.
yes, he understood where he was coming from.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's real too, man, because, you know, having that financial literacy is very important. You know, like you said, when you're young and you don't have no old head or nobody like that teaching you, all you know is to spend because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses half the time. You know what I mean? You want to wear the flyest gear, you know, and the nice cars. You know what I mean? And
try the fancy cars.
Yeah, you know, shit. I done went through a lot of money, and I look back and I be like, damn, I done spent a lot of money on some bullshit.
Oh yes, oh yes.
You know, why is it so important even then, like for the children to start saving? Why is it important for us to even teach our children to start saving now?
One with compounding interest. Like the earlier you are, the less work you're going to have to do.
Right.
You know, one thing people always say, oh, you work so hard. No. I might work a lot, but I don't work hard.
Right.
It's fun. You know?
Right.
Yeah, my day job and what I do happen to be two things that I love.
Right.
In the daytime, I do insurance. I manage a team of insurance professionals. So it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to make up for lost money.
Yeah, right.
So to speak. If you can say you could do that, but you understand where I'm coming from when I say that. But it's important because, you know, and especially the days of Instagram and all the social medias, you have people telling you, oh, you know, start an LLC, or they go buy you a G-Wagon and all this stuff.
They give you the highlights.
But you have to have credit. You have to have an established business. Like, it's just a lot.
And you have to have a legitimate business.
Yes.
Even then, when they tell you to start an LLC. And with that LLC, you can get a business vehicle. Speaking for someone who knows from experience, because my business has been successful I was with the gentleman that I talked about for the first 2 years. So I've been on my own in business for 15 years. I didn't become an LLC until 2017.
Okay.
And when I became an LLC, because LLC or not, you're still in business as a DBA under your individual name. But as I started growing more and I actually accumulated more money in the business, I said, you know what, I got to get legitimate. And I'm tired of putting my own social security number down. Let me really secure this. Although I did have an FEIN number. We could go on and on days. Prior to that, I'm like, let me really legitimize everything from that perspective, because it does help when you talk about
getting finance.
You get grants and things.
Even when you talk about liability, that's why they call it limited liability. Your personal liability, your personal assets. But they tell you get this credit. Even with my first business credit card, I had to sign as a personal guarantor. So it's not like they're just giving out money.
Right.
There's things that
you can get 50,000 from each front. No.
Right.
Well, you can, but you're gonna sign off on it, really, until you can prove that your business.
They keep saying you can hide your name. It's a lot to hide your name in the business. Like, it's a lot.
Yes, until you really get established in the business. Because Dun & Bradstreet, that is the company that kind of monitor your business credit and your business goings-ons.
Right.
So, you know, you got to develop a Dun score and all these other things, which, like I said, maybe y'all have me back for another episode for all that stuff. But yeah, it's not just that simple. Right. But the younger you learn, you think how sharp these kids are. The younger you learn things,
because that's the most because their brain at that point is a sponge. Yeah. So you want to give them all types of information. You know, they say by the time they reach the age of 15 is when they kind of develop their thought process and how they see life in general. You know what I mean? So I think you start them off young, and then when they get to that point, it's a no-brainer after that. You know, I think LLC, because I know at one point I didn't even want like putting in work I wasn't looking at it as a business at all. You know, I was kind of like pushed. You're like, no, you gotta get it put into business. To me, I thought it was a headache. You know, but since I had did that, I think it was the best decision I made. You know what I mean? Was putting in work. LLC, you know, I think, but you're right though, going through the litany of, you know, credit and
it was a lot of, it was work. I'm glad I did it, but it was definitely work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So they say like when you're an entrepreneur, people look at it like you don't work. But no, you put in.
You work more.
You work more, right?
But
it's like 24/7 now. You know what I mean?
But the gift is that it's for you. It's not for a company. It's, you know, you work harder because you want to and you love it. And, you know, you have that passion behind it.
It's for yourself.
Right. And then, you know, maybe I can leave this to my children and leave a legacy.
Yeah. And you're not punching the clock.
Right.
Yeah.
So you might work like 15 hours for yourself. That 15 hours for yourself is more enjoyable than you just doing a hard 8 for someone else.
Exactly.
I think you have less of that pressure in certain situations where if I'm not in the office at 9 o'clock, then I got to go and say why, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I like Mondays, I'm like, I don't work. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I'm in the gym. So it's like, I got my schedule. I start at 12.
Oh,
like, you can't do that in no regular job, you know? You're like, when are you coming in? When I feel like it. I know that's right. So you can't do that. But being an entrepreneur, do you struggle with finding a work balance and work life? Or is it just like easy, or you know, took your time with balancing and everything out?
That's a very good question. I have a job. I've been with my corporate job. Like, as I said, I sell business insurance. I've been with them for 18 and a half years.
Oh, wow.
And their motto is work-life balance. So they really, I have flexibility. They know that I'm coming. I don't play with my business, so I'm not going to play with yours. They have enough value in me that they hire me for our company's events. Yes.
I like that. So it's like
that's love right there.
It's like a family. I like that.
Yes.
That's a blessing.
Yes. And we're talking about a big corporation.
She rare. It's rare to have a 9-to-5 that you like to go to. And you moonlight and you do your second job, which is your LLC.
Right.
And love to do that as well too. I mean, that's rare, man. What is important for that? You know, because a lot of people, they really doing their second job because they don't like their first job.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And they're trying to get out of their first job. I'm trying to get this thing rolling so I can leave this job. Yeah, I mean?
It's interesting that you say that, and this is going to be a testament about my first job too. So I absolutely loved my first job. I took a pay cut because the year I started that job, my old employer said they were closing up the Pennsylvania office and they were going back to North Jersey. And I needed to find a job. So I took a $10,000 pay cut. Really loved my job. Clearly, I'm there 18 some years.
Right.
But what I did was the prayer. Lord, I need to make a lot of money because I didn't want to do retail because now I'm spending more money.
Right.
I didn't want another full-time job. So it's like, what am I going to do?
What's your time?
Yes. As the years kept progressing, my job taught me, because they started something called Women in Sales.
Okay.
Now, you know, there was little raises, you know, going through. They taught me how to negotiate.
Okay.
Oh, really?
To turn around, bam, hit them with it. And my pay increased on my job very significantly. But they told me, we had sessions and classes to tell me how to value my worth, how to ask for a raise or promotion, because I don't know if you guys know, but men they go after the job just because they want to go after a job. Women, we wait until we're qualified. You know, we got to check all the boxes before we even open our mouths. Yeah. And that alone shoots us in the foot a lot. Yeah. So they were able to give me the power to negotiate.
Yeah.
And and put it like this, I'm on my way for another negotiation. It's about time. It's about time.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Get that paper.
How is it working for companies and organizations like the Sixers, Eagles, and Chick-fil-A?
That's a very good question. Chick-fil-A is like family, and I get some free food. I do get a free meal every night. So that's more laid back versus the other organizations. Now, I'm going to preface it by saying the Sixers, the Chick-fil-A is my contract. The Sixers and the Eagles are friends of mine contract. Okay. But it's the same script no matter. Even the FIFA, you have to adhere to certain rules and things that these organizations ask. But when you go in these events, and as someone that goes in as a patron, meaning that I love my Sixers, I love my Eagles, I do pay. I travel to see the Eagles. When you go in,
I know.
All you see, look, Mama might work a lot, but she listen.
She going to the game.
Everybody's like, girl, you gonna kill yourself. You need some time. Listen, I take the time. Okay.
This is the whole point of the time.
Yes, somebody got to pay for it. Because one rule I have, I don't charge fun. Right. So it's going to get paid for when it happens.
Right.
But when you go in, you're having a good time. Oh, this is nice. You see the nice balloon displays and this person's greeting you and these people are doing this and this is happening. But it's us, the behind the scene people that are showing up an hour, 2 hours early. You get there, you don't have proper table and chairs. Oh, they asked me to airbrush tattoos today. I don't have the equipment. Right. Oh, there's no table. There's no chairs. Right. There's no... And we got to work under this pressure to make these things happen. Right. You know, I remember the season when Ben Simmons and Joel was still here and everything was so lively going on. There was like the great Reverend Jesse Jackson and you see Lil Uzi Vert and all these celebrities walking the floor. Yeah. And I'm working. My job is to paint this person that's in my seat, right? And make them feel special.
But you still notice it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like
starstruck. Like, hold on.
You want to say we did DraftKings, and it was it Daryl Dawkins? It was Dr. J, and who else was it? Oh, I want to say it was Charles Barkley. I'm not sure, but they were all down at the DraftKings. It was Dilworth Plaza. Okay. And I don't usually paint my own face or have people paint my face like my fellow artists because I sweat a lot. Okay. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you put a little bling, do a little cute design on my face. Yeah. So she stops. And to have Dr. J kind of like in your face trying to see what she doing. And I'm like... And I've done a little acting. Been to acting school and stuff. So I got in the habit of I don't talk to celebrities unless they talk to me, especially people I like, because I'd be so heartbroken if they are not. But
they're not nice.
So
don't meet your idol.
Yeah, right. I hope that answers your question. It's like work. So I go in there. I've done Astro World Tour when Travis Scott was in town. I was a clown. Okay. At first, I thought they were hiring me to do the Kardashians in the suite or something. So I'm like, what do they want with a clown? I didn't know what Astro World was, and that was this whole big carnival circus type of thing. So I just walked.
Oh, that's major too.
Yeah, that's crazy. When I say blessed and an extensive resume, I am like, I can go on and on and on.
What's one of? Give me a heartfelt interaction you had with a customer, with a fan.
The kids, they hug you. I got handwritten notes where they write, "Oh, thank you so much for my balloon."
Oh, that's dope right there.
You know, just to see the Chick-fil-A, my regular. I have regulars. I have one kid, I think it might have been like 2017, where he got his face painted. And he didn't say anything to me. It was a long time. And one of the managers was like, Taffy, I got something to show you. And they showed me the phone. And it's him. Oh, wow. And I'm like,
get out of
here. Why didn't you say anything? No.
But remember, he was starstruck.
Yeah.
He didn't want to speak. He looked at you like you were a celebrity.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, you used to come and get your face painted and you work here. That's like major. Like I watched you grow. And there's so many kids over the years. I've done their first, second, third birthday. I have one little girl. She turned 16. What was it? Oh, I think, no, it was this year. It might have been like March or April. She wanted me at her sweet 16. Aww. Of course, I wasn't the clown. Right. But, you know, I did glitter tattoos and balloons. Yeah, she's like, this will be cool. My friends like this kind of stuff. So that's the biggest form of flattery.
Damn, that's
what
good.
was like your favorite event that you ever did?
That's a good question.
I must admit, FIFA was it was popping on Friday. Right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, I was in the VIP section.
Okay.
VIP. So it was just a select amount of attendees were they all levels of seating, but you would have to pay for this package to be able. It's food, all other types of activities, live bands, and different entertainment. They had like a robot thing going on, but you could also get your face painted while you're in a section. There's so many. A lot of the events I named, those are very impressionable ones that just sit in my line. A lot of sit in my mind. A lot of fundraisers. Don't get me wrong. I do give back. Oftentimes I look towards my job is very big. My day job is very big on philanthropy and giving back. So if it's something they're doing, I'm looking at that first. Also, I'm looking for the clients who book me for their parties. You know, the people don't know me from Adam's Apple and they'll not even follow me on Instagram or anything, but what they want me to do is paint for them. And I'm like, this is how I make my money. Especially you want me to come and paint at an event that you're there and you're going to get paid for. Why do you think I don't want to get paid? But I give back. I give back to those.
I never knew that, that type of entertainment was so
lucrative.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's you know, you doing right. You know what I mean? You doing all types. I'll be a clown too. Like think about that John. Shit. I can but this like I never had a thought of that.
Really?
Yes. Oh yeah, I could do that.
Anyway, any means necessary.
Let's talk. Let's have it. And it's funny because I didn't airbrush. I go to a lot of conventions. So I must say I'm really good at my craft. Because I put a lot of effort and work into it. I've even gone to London for training, you know. Well, I went to see Beyonce in Paris and London and went to the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower and all those things.
Look at that. I'm talking about.
Paris. It was, this is when I talk about writing stuff off. It got to be tangible. It got to make sense. It got to be the truth. So yes. So I put a lot of time and work in, but it's very rewarding, more than people know. But it goes back to two. I go to these things and they have the airbrushing and different skills that I may not really know about or accustomed. I take those classes. Because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to expand. And, you know, I started off painting in balloons with one bag of assorted balloons. I think the bag of balloons was under $20, maybe $15, $18 that I bought from that same store of the guy I worked for, and a little snazzaroo. And people, if you are face painting at events, please don't put no acrylic on them. Get something that's FDA approved and compliant. But I got a little kit on Michael's coupon, 50% off coupon. My cousin and I painted for my niece's party. Her paint was way better than mine. I didn't know what I was doing. I did the little flowers or something. I'm like, ooh, I see them pictures now. No, I embrace it because it's art. Right. If you could put a banana on the wall, a piece of duct tape and get $100,000, that tells you artist. Okay. You don't know who's going to like what. That part. But really just learning and listening, and you step out your comfort zone, you make so much more.
You can't be afraid to jump out the window.
No. So with all that you have going on, you still manage time to write books.
Let's
get
into that.
Books here.
Yeah. Well, the first book, Mood Swings, I wrote that in like 2003. And it's funny because I've always loved poetry. I've always written and done other stuff, but did nothing with it. And I would have it on my coffee table. You know, people have other stuff on there, other people's books. But I put my poems on my table. And a good friend of mine was like, you know what, this is really good. You should publish some of these. You ever think about it? I was like, I don't have no money to publish. And then he's like, okay. I even made a logo. It's not that that's on the book. I should have brought it, but it's on these t-shirts. So he was like, and I had put it on this paper bookmark, and I used to use it for books. Now, subconsciously, did I want a book? Maybe, but I didn't say I wanted to publish a book or anything. Right. But he's like, you can do it. And I'm like, and then he's like, you ever look into it? And I did look in traditional publishing versus what they call the print on demand and everything. And I'm telling him, oh yeah, print on demand. He's like, how much is it going to be? At the time, I think it was like $1,000, somewhere in that range to get it started or whatever. Okay. And he's like, okay. He's like, you mind if I keep this? I'm like, okay. What's your real? Okay, whatever. Yeah, you can keep it. It's the logo that's on this cardboard bookmark that I made. Called me a few days later. He was like, come down the way. I'm like, all right. So I go down there. He has a t-shirt in his hand. He said, you think you can get, I don't remember. I'm going to say it was like $100 or $200. I'm like, well, I get paid on Friday. He was like, so I ain't charge you nothing, you know, nothing. Right. You going to come back, give me the money. I'm going to go buy some t-shirts. You going to keep flipping them. Y'all know. You're going to flip these t-shirts and you're going to put out your book. And that's why I say it's so important when somebody say something. Sometimes, and I'm going to tell you now, it's like, I'm so in tune. I look for people to say stuff because somebody want to help me in some kind of way.
It's open, man.
I do it scared anything now because you never know.
You never know. You never know. Why did you choose the title Mood Swings? Like, do you have mood swings?
Oh yes.
What's your sign? What's your sign right there?
Because it's a book of short stories and poetry. There was just like a lot of stuff that was in my head.
Okay.
And life is a bunch of moods.
Yeah, definitely.
If you think about it. Right. And I think that was a passion project that needed to be done. Okay. I just didn't know everybody needed to have access to it. But I'm grateful that I put it out there.
That's good, man. That's a huge accomplishment.
2 Taffies. So I am a traditional white-faced clown. I started off that way. Okay. Where a traditional white-faced clown is when they have their face with the white paint. Okay. And so that would be like this one. Yes, that one. And an Auguste clown is when you can see the flesh tone skin of a clown.
Now, is that the one you normally go out in?
Now, yes.
Okay. Yes. That's what you're most comfortable with right now?
I think Taffy is so cute.
Yeah, she really is though.
It takes less time to put it on. Okay. So I will say that it takes less time to put it on. And I like both characters because I created them. But especially sometimes I might agree to be a clown, but I know I have other gigs. It's easier to take off as opposed to the white. You have to really scrub and get that off your skin.
Basically, you try to book more with the flesh tone.
I try not to book clowns nowadays.
So that's too much right there.
No, really, it's because of my lifestyle and the other gigs. Because I'm doing a lot of corporate and a lot of times it's from one location to the other. You know, it makes it more difficult to come in full character. Gotcha. But going back to your question about the two Taffies. So it's like a spin on diversity. Okay. Because we all are different, but we're the same. Yeah. I like that. If you see, you flip the book, it's a coloring book.
Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, that was dope.
So I put that one out in 2018. And that year, I decided to do a big birthday party as a give back to the community kind of thing. So that's where that book came about.
I like it. I love it. You are very inspirational, and I don't really say that a lot.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm just gonna be honest.
What's your secret ingredient? Like what keeps you motivated?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, what's in your recipe that cooks all together and makes it come together?
Because before you even say that, answer that, because I've seen, you know, you work in corporate. I see you you graduated from Penn State. You do Taffy the Clown as well. You got a lot of things going on, writing books, you know, you're putting books out and things like that. What's keeping you motivated? What's your secret recipe for that?
That's a good question, because when I do a lot of these things, I'm just doing them. No intention, no agenda, or this is going to be the finish line. Like writing is something I genuinely enjoy to do when I'm by myself. You know, quick story about the corporate life and how I got promoted and keep going. I am the type of person, I'm my authentic self. You either like it or don't. I've had coworkers say, be a little less Shamora. Listen, I'm like, don't my
like how?
You can't handle exactly.
It. Like
7 in
how?
the
You
morning.
gonna do
I'm
that?
like, how y'all doing? I've always been that. I'm me. And like in corporate, I'll be the one, because we really didn't have a boss for a long period of time. And then we got a boss. But I'm the one that tell everybody, chill out. Look, do y'all work. We don't, you know, the C-suite is not micromanaging us. We got it good over here. Let's do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So I've always took that kind of initiative. And, you know, you think people aren't watching.
Right. And they
but they are. That's just like publishing the book.
Yeah.
I'm thinking no one's watching, but I'm being my authentic self. And people along the way just always seem to reach out to me. I'm not one, like if you look at my Instagram and things like that, I don't post all the time. And that's something that I'm working on being better at, because I'm like, oh, you can reach so much more. You could do so much more. But I am a firm believer in doing my own pace. My own pace and my own speed.
But just because you're not like posting on social media doesn't mean that you're not handling your business, or it doesn't mean that it's not flourishing. It's just that, I'm really working in this. So I don't really got time to do this.
Right.
That's another job.
If anyone, like say like any viewers out there that just go to her Instagram, that's not telling everything that she has going on.
Not.
Not at all. Y'all hearing it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm hearing it.
Lil Wayne said real G's move in silence like lasagna. I can't tell everybody everything.
I know that's right.
You know,
You can't.
but I think the strongest thing is advocacy. I've had so many people advocate for me.
Yeah.
I've had someone, I don't know, like the free libraries that came about. I got an email. I almost thought it was fake that said, hey, someone put your name in to be considered as one of the premier businesses for this pilot program with the free library. And I'm like, I called my cousin. I'm like, they saying this. I was like, but it's probably over because the Zoom is tonight. I'm like, all right, I'm going to just email them and ask them if it's too late. Because same with FIFA.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, these things, I get these emails and you don't know what's real or not.
You think they box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or some scammers over in another country talking about, hey. But I really put my best foot forward and do my best and have people advocating for me because I do it. And I always say, because if it's meant for me to do everything, to get everything on my own, I don't know if it would be. But that goes the power of someone really valuing what you do.
I mean, we talked about that briefly last week. When you putting in the work, people's going to see it and they want to invest in it. They want to help you out. They want to push you forward. You know what I mean? But you got to consistently keep putting in the work. You know what I mean? You do it once in the blue. They like, oh, he ain't serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she ain't.
Or she ain't serious. You know what I mean? So you really got to get up and I like what you said as far as it doesn't feel like anything. It's your livelihood right now. You know what I mean? So it becomes natural to you. It's basically a routine.
It's something about an adrenaline rush when it comes to like, okay, I gotta put together my own check every day. You know?
Yeah.
It's something about that. You're like, oh, I gotta go get it. I'm out here. For me.
It's like, for me, it's like riding a bike with training wheels and you don't realize that the training wheels are off and you don't realize that someone stopped holding the bike and then it's like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it.
Yep. What was the challenges just being an African-American woman in his line of work? What were some of the challenges you had to face?
That is a really good question. When I used to go out more as a traditional white face clown, it's, you know, I have a hood covering my neck, so often you can't see any remnants of me being African American. And I used to start the shows off with the magic show. So all you hear, I mean, I'm white all the way up to my eyeballs.
Okay.
So all you see are gloves.
Right.
You don't see anything. So now the magic show is over and everyone's bought in, everybody's happy and they're all into it. So now I'm pulling off my gloves so I can switch out and do face painting. And then it's that. Yeah.
Oh, remember that sound? Like, hold on.
Did anyone mention you?
That's that sound you hear.
You were black.
Yeah, they don't say it quite like that.
Right. A little bit more modest.
Oh my gosh, you're so professional.
Yeah, right.
Like,
oh, you're so pretty.
black people
On that
can't
tip,
You're so articulate.
Yes.
You know, so you get those things, and it's like, then they usually get a big tip because I did them really solid.
Right.
But yeah, you know, you get that sometimes, you know, mentally. And I've never had anyone say that. One, I'm fortunate enough to be on time. It's late to me. Like today, I know I came in here before my expected time, but the rain kind of did, Mother Nature did its thing. But that was late because I still like to be way early. You tell me 6:15, I want to be here like 6 o'clock or
you hear that, kid?
5:45. Yes, and I couldn't do that. But
what'd you say? You throwing shots?
No, I'm talking about Key. I mean,
I was here at 5:30.
I'm talking about last week, right?
Oh yeah.
We had the little show. She had the show.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord.
Supposed to start at 9. I'm up there at 9. I'm like, where she at?
They told me to be at there at 10.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, come on now, Kay. Oh, get the.
I'm like, they told me 10. My bad. I should have told you 10.
Sorry, no, I'm full.
Did you ever have to before I ain't gonna cut you off?
But I feel like if you take yourself professionally like that, that's how people are advocating for you because they like, okay, she's gonna we know for a fact that she's gonna be on time, she's gonna be professional, and she's gonna get her job done and do a great job at it. So like I feel like people fight more for you. When you do that.
And being this color, this right here, we gotta do a little more extra anyway.
And in my mind, that's exactly what I was gonna say. In my mind, I always be like, if I've seen my counterparts, they come in late, they not dressed right, or you know,
couldn't never do that.
No,
ever.
No. Real shit. No. That's
I'm in my mind
we
like
have different standards.
Yeah, I'm like, I know the standards wouldn't be the same.
Right.
You know, I'm a woman of a certain age, has been like this all my life.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, and that's a good point to make. I'm not going to make excuses and complain about the life I've been given and the circumstances. I mean, our ancestors fought for us to have freedom, and to a lot of degree, we have more freedoms than back in the day that was there. But I always look for a solution and not to complain or to use whatever's going on as a reason why I can't still.
There's always a way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
People put themselves in a box, you know, but it's always a million ways.
And things don't happen to me, they happen for me.
Right. There you go.
So no matter what the thing is, and don't get me wrong, I cuss and complain and stuff too. I just don't hold things.
Right.
So I'm gonna cuss you out and then I'm gonna move on. We're gonna be in love again. You know, or I'm gonna cry.
Hate me today, love me tomorrow.
Right.
You know what
Yes, I'm gonna cry about my situation, but you best believe I'm gonna look for you won't let me in the front door. Okay, I'm gonna dig a ditch.
Yeah.
I'm coming in.
Make my own door.
You'll make your own entrance.
Yes.
You know. How many kids you had to grab by the arm? Come on,
Wait,
you little motherfucker. You better
Is the camera still rolling?
No, I don't touch nobody. Kids, I don't want that. You know, folks can get you for not even. You can't even say nothing.
Right.
Kids these days.
I know you want to. I need to look at
Right.
I don't. You know, it's. I guess one thing I do well is I try to put myself in other people's shoes.
Yeah.
And kids, one, I guess that's why they're drawn to me because I understand. To some of these kids, we don't know what they're going through at home or whatever.
Right.
This is the only sense of normalcy is stepping out the box that they have. And don't get me wrong, it be some busy ones. It's not the kids though, it's the parents. It's the parents that want to say they've been standing in line for over an hour and I ain't been painting an hour. The child supposed to be painted like I got here. Like they're gonna have a problem if they don't get painted. It be the parents.
Them people right there.
Parents, I love y'all, but it don't be the kids most of the time.
And most kids, cut that out.
It's always the adults though. They be acting foolish though. You know what I mean? Like,
and teaching them their children bad habits. Most kids are very redirectable. You tell them something and explain why.
Right.
But you know, every now and again it's something or someone that challenges you. But I always, one thing, I'm not arguing with no child or no adult because you didn't pay me. I will get up and find the host or whoever cut my check. That's who I'm going to because I don't want no smoke. I'm from North Philadelphia.
There you go.
So, you know,
they don't want no smoke.
I don't. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, you can take a girl out the hood. But I am a human.
Right.
So you can't say or do
be like,
so
please
much.
don't take me there.
No, I'm sorry. This is not what we're doing today. I might say it twice, but then I'm getting up and I'm going to get the people who pay me because I'm not.
We're not going to go back and forth.
How many times have you had to do that? Was it a lot or just like?
Not a lot. Not a lot. People are happy.
Okay.
I'm about to say, when they see
the
with the balloons and everything, everybody smiling and everything, but it do be them couple ignorant folks out there that be like, come on.
And I'm going to tell you.
They ain't pay for nothing.
Not even a face cam.
You got it for free.
You
got it for free for one. You know what I mean?
Like people at an event that's supposed to be a nice event and stuff. Get away from them kind of folks. You know that stuff got a habit of getting on you. You mad? What?
Yes.
They got free food for you here.
Right.
Free entertainment. They got swag bags.
Let's have some fun.
Still mad.
Let's have some fun.
Exactly. What are you complaining for?
Miserable.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny, man. Because I know working with the public, man.
Yeah.
It's huge because you got to understand personalities, man. And if you ain't a person that understands personalities, it ain't for you.
No.
Don't even try to get into it. If you're not a people's person or trying to be a people person,
The public is not for you.
No.
All right. You might just want to be,
behind the scenes,
a motherfucking accountant or something like that.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Just do that. You know what I mean? But public, you got
it's
to be
always
able
those
to adjust.
people that are with the public.
Yeah,
Who don't want to be with, like, you chose this job.
Yes. Like, you go to Facebook, can I help you? No, you gotta be acting. Look, these fast food franchises, they make money. They print money.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give you one. Stop looking at your job as a means to no end or however they say it.
Like, I hate
and
this
look
place.
at it of what you can learn from the opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've always done well. You know, I sit in sometimes the same meeting 100 times. And I tell my team this all the time. Sometimes, you've done this before, you know the job, but listen for something different or listen to be that person that's able to explain. Like I sit and give reports and speak in front of, we have hundreds and hundreds of people in my company. I speak in front of everyone. My CEO feels confident that he can send me somewhere to represent.
Yeah.
And that's not just by happenstance. This is by, okay, I'm in these meetings. I'm going to learn something and I'm going to use it to sharpen my skills.
Right. Yo, tell the people why it's important to be educated, especially
or just educated on your craft.
Yeah, on your craft in general. Yeah, just why is that important?
That's a good question because that's how you elevate.
Yeah.
Really, it boils down to that. You're going to be able to elevate so much quicker. Yeah. You're going to be able to tap into yourself, things that you didn't even imagine you can do.
Right.
It's going to help your growth. We as people often get into, if it's not instantaneously, if you don't see anything, you can't really imagine that it's growing you. But there's so much.
And having the resources, man, or letting them know where the resources is at. A lot of folks don't know where the resources at. I say it's right here because you hit the Google.
There you go.
Whatever you're thinking about, just put
Google,
it in
YouTube. Now with the AI, you got Chat, you got Claude, you got so many resources. Gemini, so many things that's at your fingertips. It's just how you utilize them. And I know, especially in our communities, we're not always exposed. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love to tell my story. One of the things I want to do is I want to start sharing more information and teaching financial literacy. And it's kind of like, and you know, we go back to talking about when we talk about our insecurities and things. I know I got to get out of my head a lot, but I'll be like, how much of my wealth that I want to share with people? Or how much I want my ass.
Well, do you think you can maybe find a way to combine Taffy with giving financial literacy, like maybe start with children?
Man, that's
go
dope.
From there?
Man, that's
that's why you want to sing my hooks. Look, we're gonna talk. You want an application? We're gonna talk.
Listen, I want the whole package. I want the financial literacy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, all in one.
Yeah,
that's a business in itself.
Right,
exactly.
Jingles, little songs, because you know you put something in a song, no matter how old you are, you make it snappy.
Yeah. That girl who made that Pepsi, what was it a Pepsi? No, it was Dr. Pepper, and she made $1 million.
What she say?
She said it's good.
It's
Dr. Pepper, it's tasty, it's good, yum, or some craziness like that, and made $1 million. Whoa, that's it.
It's good marketing.
It was just like, it wasn't a singer or nothing.
No.
It's all about marketing. It's how you market your product.
She didn't harmonize anything. She just literally said it.
I gotta go find
it. They took it and made it into a commercial.
I gotta go find it.
You know, that's being at the right place at the right time. In this case,
social
you know,
media.
you put it. It's
like just social media.
What you were saying about the whole, you know, working on your craft. You probably got in front of that YouTube or whatever camera every day, but that one time,
right?
It changed your whole life.
You said something that they gravitated
to whatever it was. And that's what I'm.
Look, I'm note to self.
What I think about
saying the Pepsi jingle.
I know.
Yeah, right.
For some taffy, do taffy.
Yeah,
on the blow pop.
Oh man, yo, what's your favorite character you like to build through the balloons?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you my favorite. And I'm gonna tell you the most requested. Because I mean, I could do Elmo. I could do.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
I can.
Oh,
don't make me go to the party. Don't threaten me with demonstration right now. Don't threaten me. I always keep some spare balloons in the car. But I could do like Minnie and Mickey from scratch. You know, it's not a matter of what I'm not gonna say I could do everything. But a lot of times, as far as events are concerned, it boils down to the time I have. So if it's a community event and I have so many people, I'm gravitating towards the quick things that I do, like the princess wands, you know, something like what I just made, because some take longer than others, and I have nice specialty shapes. But try to guess what the #1 requested balloon, no matter how fancy I can get.
You gotta be a
sword.
Or a sword.
Yes. People be like,
I'm gonna say a little dog or something.
Kids, even the little girls now, because it used to be the little boys, they'd be like, can I have a sword? You know, I'm like, oh, do you want a card? I'm going to do anything. You asking for a sword. Now the little girls.
Because now they want to battle.
I see it. Yeah, but the little girls, they got to get a sword because the boys are fighting.
Right.
So, and it becomes fun.
The boys are fighting.
So do you pre-make anything like to help you out during big events?
I do.
You can't really.
I do balloon orders.
Okay.
So there are some clients, they just want me to twist 100 balloons or however many, or balloon cups. I call them love cups, where I actually put the animals on top of the cups and then they fill them with candy. Okay. It depends on the type of event. It helps. Like, especially if I know it's going to be a whole bunch of people. I do Penn Live Arts every year. That's one of the biggest in terms of population. Some days it's 1,400 kids. Oh, wow. So we try our best to pre-make balloons.
Wow.
But if it's really hot, the balloons don't really do well in the temperature. So it becomes one of those things. And it's something about actually... That's part of the show. Right. Part of the lure is to do it.
Okay. In front of you. That's 1,500. Sheesh.
I mean, that's a lot.
It don't just be me. But trust me,
was that one of the largest?
Yeah.
Was that one of the largest that you performed in front of? Was 1,400 people? Or?
No, the stadium.
Oh, the stadium.
Right.
Right. How about
it? As far as like, and don't get me wrong, because there's different schools. It's not necessarily out of those many children. We still service probably close to 900 100 or 1,000. Because depending on when the buses arrive, they may not have time to come and see all of, because it's not just me, it's the Children's Festival. So you have like companies like the Free Library of Philadelphia, you have the Clay Studio, different things. You have an awesome DJ and he's playing the tunes, so the kids are dancing. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's about fun for the kids. Right.
That's dope right there.
I love it. I really love it.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hey man, this is a fun talk. Good to see your recipe of your success. You know, you have many. I was already on it. I know. I had a sense of tour. I mean, the tour coming out like it's time, right? Right. But you know, this is the raw ingredients here, people. You know, and one of the main ingredients from Miss Renee is that do what you love to do. You know, it doesn't feel like work once you start loving what you do.
And save.
And save.
Early.
Yeah, early.
If you're young.
Early as possible.
Be disciplined,
and
please.
I want to say for my older people, it's never too late.
Yeah.
So don't think,
yeah,
that's
that's some good advice.
Thank you
it's
for
never
that,
too late. Because
never
you
too
said,
late.
you could be broke and a millionaire the next day. You
right.
never know.
A lot of the big time companies like Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon, a lot of them guys got rich later on in life. You know what I mean? KFC and all them guys.
So true.
They start getting successful later on in life. So that goes to show you it's never too late. You know, so never put yourself in the box. You know what I mean?
Keep grinding.
We here. We in the kitchen, the recipe. It's your boy Bills with my co-host Knox and
your girl
Key Shauna Cat.
Before we close, tell everybody where they can reach you at.
There you go.
You can reach me on my website at taffyfun.com or on Instagram at taffyfunevents.
Hey, y'all. Let's give a round of applause for Miss Shamora Renee, our guest. This is great talk, y'all. Great talk. And also, another thing, brother and sister right here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Knox and Shamora, right? Let's get it, y'all. We out, man. Let's get it.
Y'all ain't hammer.
Big grandma, Janie Armstrong. All praises to the Most High. I wake up just to get fly. Italian suits with the neckties. Leather troops were the best ride. Miss Ludger, thank you for your time. Inner city kid, just need a drive. My teacher used to tutor me. Only the future knew what it'll do to me. A leader, what I soon to be. Showing love is the energy. And I pray for my enemies. My pop said I can be who I wanna be. Just be true to self when you're gonna be. I fell in love musically. R&B, then hip-hop was new to me. Shout out to Big Brother who influenced me. Now listen to my audiography. Blessed to live to talk about it.